think when I have most of my ideas, I'm like, it's the middle of the night and I'm laying in bed,
Mm,
or I'll be like walking to the elevator from my car in my building, and I'm like, oh, I have this idea. I don't know what it is. Whenever I walk in the door, like heading towards the elevator, I have an idea and I have to step back outside and like record it in my voice memos. I don't know. Inspiration strikes at the most random times. It really
yeah.
does.
Ooh, it's too early. Ooh, welcome everybody to Casting for Two, the podcast, as always, hosted by me, Chris. Welcome everybody to episode number 563 of the podcast. Wonderful episode for you all today. I don't know what to talk about. Maybe castingfor2.com? That's a good play. That's a real cool site that I like to go to and find all the sites that the podcast is available on. Pick up some swag. Join the Discord. Follow me on the socials. I don't know why I'm talking like that. But yes, castingfor2.com is the one-stop place where you can go and, you know, if you want more of the podcast, just go there, castingfor2.com. Also, leave me a review. If I see the review, I may read it on here. And that'd be kind of cool, right? But yes, castingfor2.com. Go do it. My guest today is oh my gosh, such a wonderful, effervescent human being. Qwynn is here. And she has a new EP out, available right now. Everybody go get it. It's phenomenal. Never or Now is the name of the EP. And I just had so much fun chatting with Qwynn. Well, I did listen to the EP, and it's phenomenal. Again, go pick it up. Go listen to it. And listen to this chat with Qwynn and I. All right, I'm done. I'm done talking because we need to get in this episode. All right, so everybody sit back, relax, and Qwynn, take it away. But how is your day going so far?
So far, so good. It's actually a beautiful day here
Mm.
in Nashville. I had another interview this morning and I ended up walking back to my apartment from it because the weather was just so nice. So, my day's been good. It's
Nice.
my music focused day today. It's my day off.
Mm.
I bartend. And it's been getting pretty busy here. We've got the SEC
Hmm.
basketball tournament in Nashville, so
Oh,
this weekend is just going to be crazy.
is it? I don't want to say you're leading a double life, but is it hard, trying to put energy into your music while also having to do like a nine, not a 9 to 5, but a job?
Yeah, my I call it my day job.
Yes.
And I've always called it my day job, even though, I work days and nights. It's good to help me compartmentalize. And
Mm,
the way I see this is it's a vessel to allow myself to do what I want to do full time eventually, which is obviously music.
hmm.
And um, it's very connected. We have live music all day there. I work at AJ's Good Time Bar on Broadway, and I'm always surrounded by musicians.
Mm,
But it's good because I've done like the live cover thing, and props to you. That is a whole career. I just know that mentally I could not do that and
yeah.
also pursue my own craft. So
Yeah.
it's a good separation for me to have like, okay, this is my job. This is where I'm going to make a bulk of money and I'm going to be behind the bar. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes I'll hop up on stage and I'll sing with the bands if they
Yeah.
invite me. Um, yeah, I'm very grateful to have the opportunity to work there, and we have a great team of staff of people and get to be surrounded by music all day. So it's a win-win.
Right, right. That's always nice when you like the environment, you like the music, and it's just like, well, okay, I'll still be here.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. There's times when you're writing a song or you're trying something out, and it's just kind of locked in your head, and then you go to work and somehow it gets pulled out. Like, oh, this is how I connect this, or this is the lyric I'm looking for. Does that happen to you?
Sometimes I think that it's crazy. I think when I have most of my ideas, I'm like, it's the middle of the night and I'm laying in bed,
Mm.
or I'll be like walking to the elevator from my car in my building, and I'm like, oh, I have this idea. I don't know what it is. Whenever I walk in the door, like heading towards the elevator, I have an idea, and I have to step back outside and like record it in my voice memos. I don't know. Inspiration strikes at the most random times. It really
Yeah.
does.
I've always, I mean, yes, like inspiration just happens. I'm always, I don't know, envious or suspicious of people that schedule their creativity, because I'm just like, how much I don't know, like control do you have over that? Where you're saying, okay, from 9 to 12, I'm going to be creative and you know unleash all this creativity, and then I'm going to walk the dog, pick up the kids, and I'm just, how do you do that? Like, how do you tell your creativity to? Yeah, no, just come out during these times.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Right. Yeah, I've talked to people that do that, and I'm just like, are you lying to me? Is that
Well, don't
possible?
get me wrong. Like, it's completely different when you have a scheduled
That's true.
session with
Yeah.
somebody, right? Because, that is your allocated free space to be creative. And
Hmm.
obviously, you have another person or other people to bounce your ideas off of. And the way that I love to write and really get creative is with co-writers, is to
Mm.
just start by having a conversation, even
Mm.
if you're a complete stranger, just exchange pleasantries, whatever. But like the faster you get into the nitty gritty of stuff that you're going through or
Yeah.
have been struggling with or has been really on your heart that you can just bond over quickly, that usually is a great jumpstart to a fantastic, successful session,
Mm. Gotcha. Okay.
in
Okay.
my opinion, at least.
Right. And do you have there been times when you come up with some ideas for a song and you're just kind of, you tap into a deep something deep within you? Are there times where you're like, I don't know if I can bring this out, or write about this
Oh
certain
yeah.
subject? It's just too personal, in that's happened to you.
Oh gosh, yeah. I That's totally happened before. Sometimes I'm like, I need to take a break from it and step away and then be
Mm.
able to come back.
Yeah.
Um, I'm very independent and I do a lot of thinking in my own head,
Mm.
which is probably a big contributor to anxiety. But it sometimes I have to take a step back and like do some self-reflection on a thought or a feeling about a song or
Yeah.
a message I'm trying to portray, and kind of wrap my own head around it before I can go back in the room and make it happen.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. And I'm very curious. I'm a curious person. Let me just throw that out there. No, with
Okay. Cool.
when it comes to releasing music, are you ever just like, what's the thought process of that? Are you ever nervous or scared, or like, oh, I guess I'll release it. Yeah. Do you get nervous releasing your music essentially?
Um, yeah, sometimes. I mean, you're sharing, a vulnerable extension of your brain in an art form,
Yeah.
and that can be scary. I've really tried to, I'm a very non-judgmental person,
Mm.
and I'm very open and honest. Like with me, what you see is what you get. And um, it's gotten easier for me over the past few years to talk about these hard things in
Mm.
more of a public eye, and then obviously channel it into the writing and put music out about it.
Hmm.
Um, but I mean, I I used to be a chronic people pleaser, and I still kind
Mm.
of do those tendencies sometimes.
Hmm.
So I think that it was a limiting factor in my career earlier on in my life. And then life kind of throws some things at you, and you go through it a little bit. And I had a turning point in my life and my career where I was like, I need to stop caring about what other people think and just
Mm.
do what feels good and radiate that energy to be successful, because comparison is the thief of joy.
Mm.
And when you judge or are insecure about something, or um, allow a trauma to trigger a recurring thing in your life, um, it's limiting. And
Mm.
once you let those go and you work through those hard things and do the reflection and the inner work to move past them, it really helps me with finding peace and solace and being able to
Mm.
put out pieces of my heart for the world to hear in hopes that people will relate and understand or take it in their own way. And um, it's the human condition, you know?
Yeah,
Being able to understand that even more is just, it's such a gift.
yeah, I completely understand the whole people pleasing aspect. I feel like I was somebody like that, and then you just kind of go, why? Like, like, why do I have to, why am I this way? Why does it have to be that way? And it's almost one of those things that I understand the journey you have to go through to learn that. But in my brain, I'm like, why wasn't this just here before? All the time I could have saved and energy and all that. I'm like, well, I needed to learn, but it's one of those
Right.
lessons that, man, I wish I learned that early on.
Or I also feel like I'm a very ambitious,
Mm.
driven person.
Hmm.
So it was like the perfectionist fighting the
Mm.
people, pleaser, fighting the ambition,
Yeah.
and not being able to figure out a balance until one day it clicked, and I was able to just be like, no, like I deserve to be here. I was having a conversation with a group of my friends at the beginning of the year about like what our word of the year is,
Mm.
and I actually chose the word deserving. You know,
Hmm.
I deserve to be here. I put in the work and I deserve all the success that I know that I'm capable of. And just flipping your mindset and having that be your vision,
Yeah.
it's helped me a lot this year, especially with putting out this EP.
I again, yeah, I love that. I love that.
Thanks. Yeah. It really helps you change your perspective on things.
Hmm.
And it's not in a cocky way or a
Yeah.
pompous way. It's like, no, like you show up for yourself every day and you put yourself out there and you took the leap of faith to grow
Hmm.
and gave yourself permission to fail and pick yourself back up again. And, you know, you've put in the hard work and you deserve the fruit of the success.
Hmm. Yeah, it's a life thing. It's the life thing that okay, the lessons we got to learn, and then you come out stronger at the end of it. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Kind of going back, way back. I'm always
Sorry, we got real deep there real quick.
you know what? Look, I love it. I'm fascinated with people that can write songs and put themselves into it. It blows my mind that individuals like yourself can do that. So I like as much as I'll go deep because secretly I'm like, this is how it's done. Okay, yes.
Yes, let's do
Let's
it.
learn more. Let's go.
This is
So
a safe space. Let's go.
but I'm curious. I always like finding out when people get bit by the bug. And when did you get by that music bug?
Oh my gosh. I remember I have like vivid childhood memories of singing Vanessa Carlton's album in the car with my mom when she
Mm.
was driving like, back and forth to preschool or whatever. And I would make her play that album on repeat, and I would just be singing in the backseat of the car. Like on long car rides, I would just start singing.
Yeah.
And that was the first artist that really made an imprint on me.
Mm.
And I was like, Vanessa Carlton plays the piano. I want to play the piano.
Yeah.
Uh, and I've always loved performing.
Mm.
And in me, my whole life, I was a competitive figure skater as a child and had
Ooh.
to stop doing that. But then my mom signed me up for a theater camp. I never had time to try anything else because skating was literally my life. It's what
Mm-hmm.
I did all the days of the week or trained for it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and that knee injury was like such a big blessing in disguise
Yeah.
because ultimately like helped allowed me to pivot at a young age and pursue what I truly love, which is music and acting, and the love of theater turned
Mm-hmm.
into TV film acting and modeling, and then music kind of separate in its own world. And yeah, so that and performing, and just love of music and explaining your thoughts and emotions through song. It's just music is such a universal language,
Yeah.
and I just love that about it.
It,
It's a
it
way to connect.
it really is, and I love that you have the theater roots. We're a pro theater family here. So it's
Hell
like
yeah.
my girlfriend has said, like theater in schooling and stuff like that. No offense to music. I come from music. I'm a music kid, but I love when she talks about theater. She gets very passionate and she just goes, "It's the dominant art there is," and I love hearing her say that because she's very passionate about it. And I you know what, I agree because it just lets you opens the door for so much. Like even if you want to do music, you can do it. And dance, you can do it. You know, acting, of course, you can do it. But yeah, it's just it's
The foundation for all things creative.
yes, and it's just so yeah, I love that you have that background. And I gotta, I don't want to assume, but I will say this right now. I'm gonna assume the figure skating aspect was something that you could or that you did bring to the theater side. Like I guess like the discipline or, you know, stuff like that.
Sure. I mean, the discipline, I trained ballet off ice,
Mm,
so
yeah,
I was able to dance and move, and that really helped as well. But yeah,
I love that.
it was another way to perform, and I was like, oh man, like this is it. This is what I want to be doing.
I yeah, and I've had like dancers and you know, I've even had some figure skaters on here. And
Really?
I always just kind of wonder, you know, at a certain point your body just says, I can't do this. Like it no matter what you're doing, you're an athlete, so your body's going to be like, we're kind of done.
Hmm.
And I love that. Again, you mentioned it that you had it early on in your life, and you were able to just pivot to something else, and here you are now. And I love all of that.
Yeah. Well, thank you. And I'm so happy that everything happened the way that it did because didn't I don't know where I'd be.
Right.
That's just life. Mhm.
Well, and so you know, we've talked a lot about the writing process, and we went in deep on it. But I'm very curious because I say that a lot. My apologies. You have a debut EP coming out.
I do. It just came out
It
on
just
February
came out,
26th. Yes.
and I've listened to it, and I loved it. And I love those moments where I get sent something. I so behind the scenes, I listen to everything that I get, but it's very rare when I'm one song in and I'm already like, yes, let's get something in the books. Let's get this chat going. Um,
Oh,
the
amazing.
first, of course, yeah, the first track, I was just yes, let's get this started. Let's get this in the books because I need to talk to this person. Um,
Oh
and
my God, that's such a big compliment.
of course. I mean, no, thank you first of all. But I always love knowing, was there a song on the EP that was a little bit harder to crack, whether the lyrics or the music or just something wasn't working?
I think for every song, you're gonna find things that aren't working,
Mm,
and you just pivot and you redo it. I definitely. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to think back here. It was so magical how this EP came to be. I kind of felt like I was hitting a plateau in life and I needed to be pushed and challenged. And
mm.
I asked the manager, I was like, please put me in rooms and help me be uncomfortable so that I can. So I think that in itself was a big, it was a mental challenge more
Mhm.
so. And then as soon as I got in the room and connected with these collaborators, it was just beautiful. And every single person that I worked with on this EP, I cannot wait to work with again and
Mhm.
write with in the future. And I already have with a few of them and have sessions in the books. But I think just an overall thing for me was just like accepting that I needed to be pushed out of my comfort zone to even start this project.
Mm.
Um, More so in the room, I mean, typical lyrics not fitting together. You have something that you want to say, but you haven't fully like gotten there yet, but you
Mhm.
do eventually. Those are typical little challenges. I think that I think that I don't know. When I think about that, that was
Mhm.
probably the biggest challenge, but I'm just so grateful because it really pushed me.
Mm. I love that it came from a sense of growth. You were just like, you know what? I just need to become. I need to go in my musical cocoon, and let's see what butterfly comes out. I love that.
I love that analogy. I'm gonna start.
Would
I
you
need to
believe?
become a musical cocoon for the butterfly to.
You know, I don't want to say I just thought of that, but I totally did. Yeah.
I love it.
Is there a song on the EP that you're looking forward to performing in front of other people?
Oh my gosh, they're all slightly different and they're
Mm-hmm.
so fun.
Mm-hmm.
They all have their own little like funk about them, their little personalities.
Yeah.
I've played all of these songs live now,
Mm-hmm.
and they're fun.
Yeah.
It's really fun. I think that I'm most excited about the recent song that just came out with the EP. I'm working on finishing the music video for it right now. It's called No Next Time. I think that she's definitely like the pop standout on the EP, and
Yeah.
the other ones. I mean, the other ones are fantastic. I love all of them. I
Yeah.
really do. I don't have a favorite because each time I listen to it back, I'm like, oh, but this is so cool, and I love this about that part. And I'm excited for this music video to come out because it shows off the acting side. I wrote a concept and helped the director bring this vision to life, and he was fantastic. And I love like bringing. I've done music videos for all of the songs, and that's been really cool. Like tie back in my love for the camera and directing and the whole creative process. So that's been really fun for me.
And yeah, No Next Time is the one that's like, I don't want to say like the diva song, but that's the one that's like, look, I'm here. Okay.
It is a diva song.
Yeah. You're going to listen and you're going to enjoy. So everybody sit down. Okay. Right now. Thank you. Please. And thank you. And I'm all for it. And I love I grew up on music videos. I don't know about yourself.
Oh my God, the MTV, the music videos.
Yes, I currently right now the living room TV is on like MTV Classic, where they just roll music videos all day, and
Love it.
that was my babysitter growing up. When it was just there's nothing on TV. You can always depend on MTV to play music videos, and then it'll roll into TRL, and that was my day. So yeah, I love that you have music videos. And I can't wait to see them, especially for No Next Time, because yeah, that's a bop. That's a bop for sure.
Yeah, it was a really fun shoot day. There was a couple last minute cancellations of people and changes, but we ended up rolling with the punches and we made it happen. And it was such great energy on set that day, and I think that really comes through in the video, and I'm really excited to share it. We're still working on it, like I said, but it'll be out soon.
Perfect. And for people at home who would like to keep up with everything that you're doing, pick up the EP since it's now available, or just give you a follow, where can they do all that?
You can find me at Qwynn Music on all platforms. Yeah, literally everything. And then my name it's Qwynn. My full name is Qwynn L'Esperance, but I ended up switching, and kind of when I did a rebrand with the music, going just by Qwynn, Qwynn. So yeah, you can find me everywhere at Qwynn Music.
There we go. And Qwynn, thank you so much for this chat. I appreciate everything that you do, and I am so looking forward. I know you just released music, but I'm still looking forward for more music, because I'm going to be selfish. I want more music.
Yes, well, it's coming. I'm actually going to LA next month to write and finish up some more and get ready for the next project. So there will be more.
Perfect.
Chris, thank you so much also for having such a beautiful platform for artists and creative people to share their stories, and for asking great questions. I really appreciate your time.
Oh, of course. Look, the older I get, the more I cherish creativity, and I think it's something that needs to be nurtured. So I'm more than happy to have a creative podcast about people being creative. So yeah, I'm all for it. And again, thank you so much for everything, but I will let you go. You have a wonderful rest of your day and keep staying safe and healthy, okay?
You as well. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.